What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mario, back again with another and the final, probably, Suits Absolute Power video. And I think a lot of you want to know how much Suits Absolute Power has sold. So I can't really give out too many of the details of how much money we've made or how many copies exactly were sold, but I'll give you some numbers about that. But first, let me say it's been already 1 month since Suits launched, and the launch of Suits was pretty all right. We had a lot of people in our Discord just go out and buy it, which is really good. We got some more people into our Discord from just seeing the game being released and all that, and just joining us and building this little community we have going on. And we made a Minecraft server. That was one thing. I just bought a server, rented a server out, and for everybody to just play on. I don't know if people are still playing on it. I haven't played on myself in a while because of time constraints and other things in my life. But yeah, so Suits, how much did it sell? How well did it sell compared to Suits 1? So in the first month of Suits 1, we sold a lot of copies. I think the first week of Suits 1, we made around 12K in US dollars, and that was our first, like, whoa, like this isn't a joke. People really are buying this, and we made just this, like, a lot of money, and we were like, let's keep doing this because we, obviously we got something good going on. And of course, after Suits 1, we started working on other things and failed projects and smaller things that didn't really go anywhere, like mobile games. They didn't really do too much for us. And then we had to cancel that one game, Zoopocalypse. We're never doing that again. We went on to then start working on Game 19. However, we kind of put that on hold since it was like super buggy, it wasn't really to our standards, and we wanted to really just make something we know how to make, which was Suits. And then we spent 2 years working on Suits Absolute Power, sequel to Suits 1. And yeah, now we have it on Steam, which is available to buy right now, in case you don't know. And we're sitting with 42 positive reviews, like 100% positive, which is pretty good. And we have the soundtrack available on our YouTube for the battle soundtracks. I haven't actually even put the normal, the overworld stuff in, but let me see, we got like 45 reviews. Of course, like 2 of them have to be my friends, because everybody, my friend circle, kind of just bought it. So you could just ignore those. But these are a bunch of people that I don't know who they are, but they seem to really enjoy what Suits 2 is. So Suits 2, how much did it sell? So Suits 2, as of a month passing, we've sold over 700 copies of Suits. So I think you could do the math with how, and if you know what the Steam cut is, then you could do the math on that also. I'm not allowed to disclose any of that. So, but other people probably disclosed it, and I probably disclosed it by accident sometime, so not the biggest deal. Why is this? Why didn't Suits 2 sell as well as Suits 1? And that's a good question. I think one of the biggest things to happen was the change in the algorithm for Steam. And Steam has, since Suits 1, we had a green light Suits a Business RPG, the first one, and so that was basically a free marketing, I guess. Like you pay the $100, I guess, and people see it. But also getting on new and trending wasn't too hard. And people can see your game pretty easily. However, I guess Suits Absolute Power wasn't new and trending enough, because we would watch it. And let me actually go to the store page real quick. Hopefully I don't have to censor anything, because I kind of have those settings turn off for the, you know, oops, no, I want Halo. So if you go here, we're going to see new and trending, and you kind of question, how is it something like this gets 12 positive reviews, and you know, it's like $20 or $21. Like, that's not really a lot of people buying it, I would say. I mean, let's see when it was released. Released yesterday. Okay, maybe I could see it now, kind of being up there, but still, like, So if I go to new releases, this is actually where Suits was showing up. It wasn't showing up here in popular new releases. It would show up here for a bit, and then you would have to, you see, like, it would be right here. So it would be under the $5 because when we were on sale too. And then you had a bunch of hentai games. And we would just keep our eye on it and where it would be. And it's kind of random. But we were up there for a while, and yeah, I don't know. So the other problem, like I said, is we didn't really get a lot of the people from Suits 1 over. However, we do see some people who play the first one and they just discovered this one, the second game. And I even put this here on the Suits 1 page so that people can actually go and buy the sequel if they wanted to. I'm not sure how effective that is, but it should be just useful for when we do sales. Now, one thing I'd just like to say is that the changing algorithm is very strange, because Steam's like discovery queue is actually one of the biggest ways that people discover these games, believe it or not. I wish I could pull up the graph right now, but I can't. So we had a huge spike during like the first week, like sometime like during that week, later in the week of the first week of release. It was big. I was like, what the hell? It was like 16K people saw the game, but nobody, you know, is just gonna buy it. So there was a few factors. I think cost. I think when people see a 99-cent game that's on sale, they're gonna buy it because it's just so cheap. When they see something higher, they're probably gonna hesitate on buying it, even if it's on sale. Because we put this on sale for 20% off, and you know, it was you know, it was fairly priced. I think $5 for this game. I think a lot of people think it would have been worth more, but our thing is we just kind of, you know, cut it short. And so yeah, price, and also just marketing. I mean, guys, we did not do much marketing on this game. We definitely had our last like month and a half like big push for like on Twitter, making sure everybody, and that was working pretty well. Our Twitter page, we had a lot of people just, you know, like retweeting and, you know, tweeting out, liking our stuff. We had a pretty consistent thing going on, but you know, not a lot of people were. It was usually the same people, so that's kind of like the you know, only a few people. YouTube, we were lacking. I know I lack in YouTube because YouTube videos take time to make, and editing, and you know, I just don't have much time for doing all of that. So yeah, Suits 2 didn't sell too well, but there's some good news. I haven't seen sales go to complete like zero sales like in Suits. We still sell like copies every day. It hasn't really gone like, some days will sell more, some days will sell less. However, it's just better. It's just good to see that, because that means people are still buying it, people are still seeing it, and it might just blow up potentially, because we still haven't had a video from Nitro Rad. I mean, I sent up a key. I don't know if he saw the message. I think he did. I don't know if he knows what it is. I don't know. He hasn't said anything to us. He hasn't, you know, Manly Badass hasn't done anything either. I don't think he does these videos anymore on our kinds of games. I think he just does horror games now, which is fine, whatever. And we had one YouTuber who isn't really big, but definitely the Suits Absolute Power videos did kind of like draw in a bit of a crowd for him. So yeah, and there's really not a lot of videos on Suits Absolute Power. but you know, we still support people who are making these videos, and we just kind of gave out keys to a lot of people that we've sent keys to Suits 1 to, and all that stuff, and you know, it's done what it's gonna do. So let's just hope Nature Rad, you know, I think just with him it would be good enough just to kind of boost our sales again. But we shouldn't always rely on one YouTuber. We gotta find out but that's the problem. Like all the other YouTubers that've done videos on like indie RPGs and stuff, they're not really doing it anymore, which is kind of sad. But however, that's just the way the world works, I guess. So yeah, Suits 2 didn't sell as well day one. However, long term, it's going to be generating us revenue, good revenue. I can see it already every month, because Suits 1 would only make us like about $100 like a month. Some months. Sometimes we might have to skip another month because we didn't make enough. But I do believe with Suits 2, it's going to be a lot easier. Even though we might sell less copies, but because of the value, the game is 5 times more in Suits, that's going to make up for it. So it's pretty good. I'm not going to complain too much about it. I just like would have preferred like truly like the Suits 1 sales, but that is the fault of lack of marketing and, you know, just planning on being consistent with things. Because when you want to make a game, you got to make sure you really market the game. Anyway, enough of that. Now time for the next big update. A lot of you may have heard that we were working on our own game engine. By we, it's just me, because I'm the programmer. And it's a Herculean task, it's how you say, Herculean task of developing a game engine. A lot of people are like, you're crazy, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Oh, shut up. I'll do whatever I want. The problem I have with a lot of using other game engines is that they tend to show some kind of limitation, and they can't just do what I want. And if there's something that's not right with the engine, I can't just fix it myself. Something like Game Maker, right? Suits 2 has shown a lot of problems in Game Maker, especially when it comes to making a game as big as Suits 2. Like Suits 2, believe it or not, is a pretty massive game in terms of like assets, like just everything. Like it's crazy, and it's hard to stay organized in a large environment like that. If I were making like a real like procedural generated game, like kind of like Binding of Isaac, it would be so easy to do. However, that's not the case. So what am I doing? Yeah, I'm making a game engine. In what? C++. Yeah. So let me just pull that up. So, and with it, as a way to just develop this engine, I've been working on a game as well called working title Space Miner. And as you can see, I already have kind of like all like the stuff set up. Like this engine basically works. It's like, you know, it renders, it plays sounds, you can make objects and things like that, and have you know, make a game with it. It's pretty usable. I haven't made a complete game with it, but I will show you what I've made. So yeah, it's very, you know, very in-depth. So Space Miner, I'm gonna try to keep posting like little videos on Twitter and updates like that on it. But here's what I have right now. We have a ship, we have a spinning square, and then we got this grid. And I can zoom out, which is great because, you know, cameras and stuff, that was hard to do in Game Maker. And oops, let me zoom out like just enough. All right, so Space Miner is like a big open world resource gathering. It's gonna be like RuneScape, I guess is what the best way to say it. Like, you know, you have like your skills and you can just level them up. You kind of grind for it. You can fight. You can mine, build. You know, we're still working on a lot of these ideas, but as of now, we're just kind of going what we wrote on our Trello, and it's basically that. And you can upgrade your ships, get new ships and all that. And it's procedural. The whole world's procedurally generated. And that's a big task, and I had to do so much research to figure out how to do it, and all that stuff. So you can see there's this like 3x3 grid here. These are the chunks, similar to like Minecraft, where chunks load in, chunks load out, and You see, oh, I have a little problem right now where like it just flashes whenever I change like a chunk. I don't know why exactly, but you know, it doesn't matter. What was really a big problem actually not too long ago was I fixed the other day as I'm recording this video, or yesterday, was that there was a memory leak really bad. You gotta fix that. I'm talking about if you just travel to like coordinates like chunk coordinates 2000, which is like I think like 2 million, 20 million. Yeah, it basically took up like 30 gigs of RAM, which is not good. No bueno. But as you can see, everything's procedural. Every chunk you move, you know, it will still load the same like layout of asteroids and everything. It's really cool. I made the system a lot more efficient. And if I zoom in, wrong button. If I zoom in, I can actually click and start mining these rocks. Takes a while though. It's not mining the rock. I don't know if I disabled something. I might have. Let me check. Oh, yeah, I did. Another great thing about using C++ is that making changes, like I just did, takes no time. Let me see. I should do it now. Yeah, there we go. And you can see, like, oh yeah, the rock took damage and all that. This is just super basic. It's not even fully. I just did it because I was like, yeah, Gabe's gonna be happy if I just make it do this already. So yeah, Game 19. I want to really make it with this. Yeah, you can see already a problem is that there's like some weird glitch with this rock here in the center. I don't even know why. And also the rocks used to. I haven't, you know, like again, I haven't. Huh? That's really weird. Anyway, that's all I have to say, guys. Go ahead, just buy suits if you haven't. Support us. Join our Discord. And stay safe, guys.